Hey guys, what's happening? It's your buddies Thor and Dude Man here. I just felt inspired to share a little bit. I know I haven't been doing any organized videos like I did in the beginning. It's just had a lot going on, and I did finish filing the paperwork I was telling everybody about, and I issued a notice of default to the court. So we shall see if they decide to try to come back with anything else. So far, there's nothing they can come back with. So I'll keep you updated on that as I know a little bit more. But it's real important that people really start understanding the difference between public and private. And there are a ton of videos online to understand that, how the U.S. is a corporation, because we need to separate separate who we are, the living man, from the fictitious entity, that being your all capital name that they do business with. So I'll be filing a trademark against that name today. And again, as I get a little bit farther with this, I'll share more. But most importantly is just being courageous to do the things we don't want to do. And the reason I was inspired to just stop right now was going for our workout. You know, I've also not been around because I'm spending a whole lot of time with this guy. I do so much work with him every day, just between massage and Chinese herb study. I just went and spent another $90 on herbs yesterday, trying a new remedy. We're gonna go see another doctor, hopefully the last doctor appointment, because I don't see doctors doing anything at this point. They don't have anything to share. I appreciate everyone's comments on there about, suggestions. Yes, I've been doing colloidal silver. I just started a penicillin eye wash that the naturopath homeopathic pharmacy gave me. And again, one of the only places where I live where you can walk in without a mask and not be harassed. Even the owner tried to give me a mask, and I told him I don't wear masks. I said my medical provider has instructed me not to wear a mask, and he left me alone immediately. Not a peep. The manager, she doesn't wear a mask either, because she was also instructed by her medical provider not to wear a mask. So remember, a medical provider, who provides your needs? Who's your food provider? They don't say a medical professional. They don't say an MD. They don't say a physician. It's all in the language. If people read and understood what they were reading in the language, then they would be much more free than they are today. People are slaves today because they don't know how to read. That's honestly the truth. We have an average reading comprehension of grammar school in this country, which is why people don't know how to read. So they look to the news to tell them what it is that's the truth. And is the news the truth, or a bunch of bullshit? So I think it's quite obvious that the news is a bunch of bullshit. Most people here listening to me right now know that. However, if people would learn how to read and apply, if you don't know you have any rights, then you have none. It's a maxim of law. Are you done with me? You want to go back? All right, he's trying to go back. You can go back if you want. So, it's a maxim of law. Let he who can be deceived be deceived. That's a maxim of law too. That is why these guys are doing this, because if you allow it to happen, then they're going to do it. So it's just really important that people really start to learn how to read. And then again, I keep sort of veering off. The main focus is doing the things we don't want to do. I'm going back to UPS right now. I had a success going in there without a mask, but it wasn't necessarily easy. I got harassed by a few different people. But I'm going to go back in again. So I'm doing the things I don't want to do. I don't want to go in there and be bothered. I really don't. I'd rather just, I half thought about putting a mask on just so I don't have to deal with it. But I tell you what changed my mindset was I was about to skip my morning run with Dude Man, and I'm like, you know what, I'll do it later. I'm gonna get a coffee instead. I'm gonna get a coffee and I'll be fine for the morning, and then later on I'll do it. But I'm doing 75 days of 2 workouts a day, a workout 45 minutes and then another one for 45 minutes. So if I start at 3, then I got to do my last one at like 6, or 7. So I like to try to start earlier, do it at like 8 or 9, and then do my last one at like 3 or 4. Because with his eyes, we try to stay in. Pardon me for wiping everything from my face in front of everyone, but what changed my mind was choosing to do what I didn't want to do, which was run. We did a 4-mile hike, 1,300 feet yesterday. I mean, my body is sore. I got up this morning, my knee was like crunch, crunch, crunch. I've had 3 knee surgeries, a foot surgery, all on the same leg. So I'm really trying to strengthen this right leg. This knee takes a lot of work for me to stretch in order to keep it functioning, but I'm still playing volleyball at 45, So it works if you really put the effort into it. You can keep your natural joints and not need a knee replacement. So I'm a rehabilitation specialist for 10 years. I've been a health expert for 10 years. It's hard to even remember it now because, I've lost a lot of clients from this COVID thing. They don't want to be out. They don't want to be touched. They don't want to be near anybody. I even live with a lady who doesn't want to do her training. Even though I live with her, she doesn't want to do her training because of COVID, because I don't believe in the virus. So this whole entire thing again was inspired by, I didn't want to do my run this morning. I did not. My head was telling me all kinds of bullshit. My head was telling me, you're too sore, you're fatigued, you're gonna play volleyball tomorrow, you don't need to do a real, why don't you stretch instead of do your run? And I looked at Dude Man, and he inspires me to do my run. We did a 2.5 mile run at the end of the day the other day, and he on the road instead of the sand. We usually run in the sand. It's just a lot harder. So we did the road, and he was running in front of me, and I'll have to get a video of this someday. He set to pace that I can barely keep up with, and he sets the pace, and I'm just like, to me, that's God working in my life. That to me, that is God using my little guy to just keep pushing me. Every time I wanted to slow down, I couldn't, because he was running through the intersection, and it was like, just keep going. I'm not going to tell him to slow down. He needs the exercise as much as I do. So I outsmarted my brain then too. My brain wanted to quit then. I'm like, no, just go. And I just went, and it worked. This morning I was doing everything I could to just not do my run, and I finally just said, fuck it, let's just do it. Let's do the run. Let's get it over with. And I did it, and I found real quick that my body did not hurt. I found real quick that I had plenty of air. I wasn't gasping for air at all, and I did overeat a little bit last night. I got extra meatballs I didn't need to do. I should have known better. I just lost my mind when I saw them. And I'm on a pretty strict diet, so it really threw me off big time. I woke up this morning like, oh, extra meatballs. And I thought, it's meatballs. It's not like cake or anything like that, but it really threw me off. And I won't be doing that again. So doing the contrary action changed everything immediately. Immediately, I stopped thinking about needing to go get that coffee to get me going. Immediately, I found this strength that I went, oh, you know what? I'm doing great. I'm down 41 pounds. I'm feeling great. I'm playing volleyball with people, half my age. And, and I feel great. I'm able to be there for my dog. It gives me a confidence. That you can't get that confidence from anything else. So I encourage everybody to really be working on some sort of a fitness program, whatever it is. Everybody starts at a different place. You know, I didn't start where I'm at now. I had to start a lot smaller because, again, I have a lot of injuries that I had to condition before I could get up to playing volleyball, for example. If you just go out and play volleyball, you're going to blow your shoulder out, you're going to blow your knee out. So I really worked hard to get up to that point where I could do that. And now I got to maintain that strength in order to, you know, participate in dynamic sports like volleyball. And I was a collegiate volleyball player, so it's not backyard Barbie, you know, volleyball. It's competitive. So I just want to encourage everyone to dig deep, to do the things they feel like they don't want to do. If you haven't set a goal for yourself to get up every morning and just exercise, and this program that I'm doing is called 75 Hard. You can look up 75 Hard. It's very popular. It's 75 days basically. And you work out 2 workouts a day. And sometimes one of my workout, if I do volleyball for 2-3 hours, my second workout will be intense stretch for an hour. Okay? So working out doesn't necessarily mean lifting dumbbells or running. Working out can also, to me, working out is pain. Doing something you don't want to do that's painful, that's working out. And stretching is painful for me, okay? But it's something I must do in order to keep my your joints get pulled together like this by tight muscles. And that's when they rub against each other and they wear on each other. So if you stretch, you pull those joints apart and they move freely and they don't wear out. Plus, synovial fluid gets in there, and they'll tell you that you can't regrow cartilage. That's a medical lie, okay? It's a lie. Cartilage is living. It has living cells in there. Anything that has a living cell will regenerate itself. So it's important to keep space in there so the synovial fluid can deliver nutrients to the joint and help you regrow that cartilage. Okay, it's a slow process, which is why it takes years and years and years and years and years to grind it away, and it takes years and years to build it back up. Anything that's important in your life takes time to lose it, and it takes time to rebuild it. So it's just one good decision after another. It's you conquering, your brain one decision at a time. Your brain's going to tell you, no, I don't feel like it this morning. Let's get coffee. Let's get a shot of free adrenaline with no effort. And then you lose. Or you get up, you do your thing, you sweat. If you have a dog, you take your dog for a run. You put another year on your dog's life just by exercising him. Walking is not exercising. It's not exercising for you. It's not exercising for your dog. I can't tell you how many times people will say, oh, I don't know why my dog has so much energy. We walked an extra, 5 blocks today. Walking is not exercising, especially for a dog. So take your dog out. Start making contrary decisions, or decisions contrary to what your brain is saying, because your brain is a liar, unfortunately. We are designed for sex, food, and energy conservation, because we used to have to chase our food, we used to have to reproduce, and then we needed to be able to rest in order to make those other 2 things happen. So we have to outsmart our brain in this day and age where we're not hunter-gatherers anymore. We got dating apps. People have. Anyway, I can get into the whole relationship thing, but I'm definitely no expert in that area. So I just want to encourage everybody, make the tough decision. Every decision that you make that's a tough decision and you do the right thing, it's building those up until you get to see your success. And when I'm done with the 75 Hard, I'm going to put all my pictures together and then I'll show you guys, okay? Like I said, I'm down 41 pounds, and I did a juice cleanse last year to do that, but it wasn't, it's good for people who really need to detox big time, and I did. But this year it was more about me getting full body strength, full body health, and that's what I'm doing. So Anyway, I just want to encourage everybody as this hump day goes along, make the tough decisions. That way you get to bed earlier. Nothing good happens at night. We're either watching TV or we're looking for something to comfort us, whether it be food or drink. So start changing. In Bouvier's Law Dictionary, there's natural day. There's a definition in there for natural day. Natural day. That is when the sun comes up, when the sun goes down. That's natural day. And anything else is unnatural. Think about that for a minute. So you want to try to be around during natural day. It's healthy for you. It's natural. Anything unnatural is not good for your body. So, all right, I'm going to leave it there. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate all the comments. I love it when people leave me all the comments. I try to get back to everybody's comments. Hey, baby. You say have a good day. I try to get back to everybody's comments. If I ever miss anyone, I apologize. But keep them coming. Let me know if you, if I said something that maybe I can get a little deeper in. If you're interested, then I'll do that next time. And I will definitely do my Living in the Private 101 ASAP, because I know people have asked about that, like how I got started on my journey, what it meant to me, where I'm at now. So, all right, thank you guys. The True Thor, put your thinking caps on, and I'll see you real soon.